Good morning, Murthy garu. Very good morning, Madhav.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Sure, and no problem.
Shortly we'll start.
Yeah, no problem.
Good morning, Srkr garu. Very good morning, sir. I'm Subbarao, sir. Unmute cheyali, sir. Srkr garu. Unmute cheyandi, sir. Srkr garu. Lalita, Srkr garu unmute cheyamma.
Sir, I gave permission, sir.
Yes, Srkr garu unmute cheyachu, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah.
Very
Morning,
good morning, sir.
everyone. Good morning and good morning.
Good morning, Srkr garu.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Morning, Srkr. So nice of you.
Morning,
I'm
Murthy, sir. How are you?
After a long time.
Yes, for a long time.
When COVID goes off, I want you to visit one day to our Srkr, sir. Students are eagerly waiting for you.
Definitely, sir. Even we are also, looking to step out. It's been enough time at home now.
Srkr came to our college about 6-7 years back, I think. I remember. Yes, sir.
Good morning to all the dignitaries, guests, and delegates of NIPUNA'21.
Wait. Ganesh, just wait for a few minutes. Principal garu ఒకసారి చూసి చెప్తారు.
Okay, sir.
you can start, Ganesh.
Yes, sir. Good morning to all the dignitaries, guests, and delegates of NIPUNA 21. Sorry, sir, sorry. I am NNV Ganesh from 3x4 Civil, and with my host, Miss Hani Himaja from 3x4 CSC. Welcome, students, participants, on behalf of Srkr Engineering College. It's a very special day where you invite your achievements and many brilliant performances. We are glad about your presence. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcomes to all the presented here for the NIPUNA 21. It is a national level techno management symposium, which is a regular aspect of Srkr IST since 2005. Now we are honored to have our faculty advisor for the past 10 years, Professor P. Subbarao sir,
Good morning to all.
and our principals of Srkr Engineering College, Dr. M. Jagpati Raju garu, and Dr. K. Brahmaraj garu, Head of Mechanical Department.
Namaste and Andarki. Namaste.
And our Chief Guest, Sri Madhav Talari garu, NRC, USA. And our guest of honor, Sri D. Shashidhar Reddy garu, Infosys. And Secretary cum Correspondent of our Srkr Engineering College, Sri S.V. Rangaraj garu. And Director of Srkr Engineering College, Sri K. Jevasagar garu, IFS. And Jiva Murthy garu, Dean Training and Placement. And N. Trivikram Prasad, Chairperson of Srkr IST. We are happy to welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Now I would like to start the event by the prayer song by Miss V. Mahima from 3x4 Civil.
शरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रतिष्ठाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय तनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
Thank you, Miss V. Mahima. Now I would like to invite Professor P. Subbarao sir, Professor of ECE Department, and who is the faculty advisor of Srkr IST for the past 10 years, to formally welcome the gathering.
Okay, respected K. Jevasagar garu, Director, Dr. K. Brahmaraj garu, Head of the Department, Mechanical Engineering, N. Trivikram Prasad, Chairman, Srkr IST Student Chapter, and today's distinguished guest, Sri Madhav Talari, who is 1985-89 alumnus of our EC department and who is working in NCR Incorporation, USA, and Sri D. Shashidhar Reddy garu, Infosys, all head of the departments, the deans, especially Sri GVR Murthy garu, Dean Training and Placement, for his continuous support to organize this event, the faculty, staff, print and visual media, and my dear student friends. A very good morning to all and welcoming you all for this year NIPUNA 21, a national level student virtual symposium on interpersonal skills. Since more than a decade, with the consistent support from the management of Srkr Engineering College and the principal, IST Student Chapter is organizing a NIPUNA every year. And I can proudly say that since during last 5 years, for 2 consecutive years, Srkr IST Student Chapter stood as the best student chapter among APA section. Even in these pandemic conditions, we're able to organize this virtual NIPUNA. And during this year, Srkr Iste is able to conduct several events, both technical and personal, both technical and interpersonal. For its student members through online. And I would like to share one important statistic data to you all. Since its inception, more than 90% of the student body members are getting placements through campus interviews. And we have a strong student base of more than 1,000 student members with good support from the alumni. And today, the chief guest, Sri Madhav Talari, who is the best example for our alumni interaction. He is 1985-89 batch ECE student of our prestigious college. And even after 30 years, still he is showing a lot of interest towards his college. And this is an example how Srkr alumni will respond when need arises. I'm also thankful to Sri D. Sachidhar Reddy Garu of Infosys for his valuable time during this inaugural function. Definitely all participants can have a quality time during the coming 2 days, and with the hard work of the student body members, we will organize 13 events in this year NIPUNA. It is time for me to congratulate Srkr Iste student chapter body members, especially Trivikram Prasad, Himabindu, Gayatri, Ganesh, Akash Reddy, Abhiram, Sahiti, and all other EBMs and SBMs for their sleepless nights since last 1 month to organize this year virtual NIPUNA. And all participants can have inspiring talks for your career guidance from our two distinguished guests, Mr. Madhav Talari and Sri Sachidhar Reddy Garu. And once again, I'm thanking the magnanimous Srkr Engineering College management for providing me an opportunity to stand before you. And thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world, isn't it? Now, the person who has consumed himself to change the society and light the darkness in this life of students. Dr. K. Brahmaraju Garu, Head of Mechanical Department, is requested to address the participants.
Respected Director of the Srkr Engineering College, Sri Jeevasagar Garu, and Faculty Advisor, Professor Subbarao Garu, today Chief Guest, Madhav Talari Garu, and he is also an alumnus of our college, Sri Sachidhar Reddy Garu, Guest of Honor of our today's function, Murthy Garu, Dean TNP Cell, Student Chairperson Trivikram and his team. Good morning, one and all. And on behalf of Srkr Engineering College, I invite all the participants for the August occasion. Today's webinar is really a need of the hour. Industry expectation from fresh engineering graduates and career guidance. I would like to say about our college. It is right from the inception, in the 1980, we are working for the cause of the society, and we are producing good quality of engineers like Madhav Talari. Is a nice example that is our product. I congratulate Professor Subbarao Garu for his unreasonable guidance. Our student chapter, IST student chapter, bagged many laurels. Really, they are working hard and they are working for the cause of the students, benefit of the students. Probably you might have known, in our college, many platforms are there, many student bodies are there. Every department, we are having one student body, and those student bodies are working for their departments. And those are smaller platforms, but IST student chapter is a bigger platform for the entire student community of Srkr Engineering College. They are giving a good guidance to upgrade their qualities, not only in academics, but also in other activities. Really, they are doing a wonderful service, because I am right from the inception of the IST student chapter, I'm observing. So previously, TV Padmaraj Garu was the faculty advisor. Now our Senior Professor Subbarao Garu, under his able guidance, is working hard, and is bringing laurels to the IST student chapter. They are doing a wonderful job. And here, actually, before going to the going out from the college, definitely the students should know what is happening in the world, and they should be ready with all the knowledge, whatever is required to the industry. They should get the training, and they should be ready with that, so that the industry will absorb very easily, and they will grow in a good fashion. So in all the aspects, actually, particularly our college is very good in academics. But only thing is, many of the students are from the rural background. Definitely they need the guidance in other activities, other activities like communication skill, development of communication skills, personality development, and other things. So from the student community, they are doing a wonderful service, and they are giving a good training. And as rightly said by the Professor Subbarao Garu, many of the students, many of the IST student body members, they are getting placed in many of the industries. And I wish the IST chapter and today's program a grand success. I wish a grand success. And I principal also, I convey my best wishes, because he is in other meeting. So he is unable to attend the meeting. So I convey my best wishes, and I convey on behalf of Principal Sir also, I convey my best wishes to the today's event. I wish all the best. Thank you very much for giving this great opportunity.
Thank you so much for your valuable words. Now I would like to invite Sri K. Jeevasagar Garu, ISF Director, to address the gathering.
Thank you. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Morning, everybody. Before I greet my colleagues in the college, let me greet Madhav Garu and Shashidhar Garu. If I may say so, I would imagine both of them are the Telugu speaking, or I don't know, but I said Garu is Mr. Very welcome to Srkr Engineering College. Thanks for joining us today. Madhav Garu, particularly the alumnus of the college, distinguished alumnus of the college, and this college, since I joined a few months ago, I have been noticing how active they are in still keeping in touch with the college, contributing to the development of the college, and their love and affection for the institution where they studied from. It's really wonderful to see, particularly, the speakers who spoke before me, my colleagues Brahmaraj Garu and Subbarao Garu, they mentioned this. Srkr RUC is based in a rural setting, and not by accident, as I'm sure you would know, but by design, but by a conscious decision by the founders. They know that it may not be a commercial success, but that was not on their mind when they founded this college. If you look at the vision statement and the mission statement of the college, you would understand. So for that reason, I'm really grateful to Infosys as well today, who took time to join us, and Madhav Garu all the way. I think he's now based in the United States of America. I don't know if he happens to be here now, or he's going to talk to us from USA. But I must appreciate taking your time to join us, because we are a college based in a rural setting. In spite of that, we have made such waves in the higher technical education field that we are a name to reckon with in the entire India, not just in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, but well beyond that. In that context, let me also extend a warm welcome to any students who probably are joining today, because this is a national symposium, and I'm told there are students from other institutions as well, from within the state and other states in the country. A very warm welcome to you as well. And while on that subject, let me also request Subbaraju Garu and Brahmaraju Garu, the faculty advisors to ISTA chapter of Srkr, given that we have accomplished so much for the last 10 plus years under ISTA banner, and and imparted so much knowledge and given so much of encouragement to our students, and being one of the best chapters, we should also take the opportunity and take advantage of our success story to help other institutions, other ISTA chapters, in case they wish to learn from us. This is very important, because Srkr has been founded with a vision of developing the region. So please bear this in mind, and there are other students from other institutions joining us today. In case they need any help, any guidance, or any advice from us, Srkr will be very, very happy to do that. Having said that, I just strayed a bit from what I wanted to say. I will make only one point on today's theme. Basically, I look at it connecting our students who are, literally speaking, they are learning theoretically on the campus, but connecting them to the world through the industry. That's how I put it. And I'm sure our industry experts, both of them are from the industry, though one of them happens to be our alumnus. But they will give you, of course, practical advice and better inputs, better information, surely. But let me only give one example from my own experience as a diplomat. I can't really recall where I was. Most probably I was posted in South Korea. At that time, I was deputy head of the embassy in an Indian embassy in Seoul. When Nano car was introduced, and you don't know, you can't believe how many foreigners, other diplomats from other embassies in South Korea, and the local dignitaries, officials, government officials, how many people have actually congratulated me for the Indian industry to have such a vision, because I think they read the Tata story. Shri Ratan Tata, he saw one Indian middle class family. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are
Yeah. Oh, okay, you can hear me. I remember, I think many of them read the story when he said that he saw a middle class Indian family riding a scooter, so many children, one child in the front, one child on his shoulder. He felt bad that I have achieved so much through the industry, through my commercial success. Let me do something for the ordinary Indian people, the common man. That inspired him to come up with Nano. Now, I don't really about the commercial success or otherwise of this story. I'm not interested either. But what I can tell you is Tata's has made ripples across the world through this one initiative that they have taken. This is what I want to tell the students today. When you connect with the industry, this is the kind of vision that you are going to gain. Apart from, of course, industry doesn't survive only on looking at the common man, but You need to look at the market viability. You have to look at business models, competitors, etc., etc. But what the Industry Connect gives to our students is you get to know the world while you are studying on the campus. You get to know what the national expectations are from you, from engineering students. What are the priorities of the Indian economy? How the country is positioning itself into the future? The dynamics of the country's economic development. These are the things that you get from the industry. And I'm really, really glad and encouraged by this initiative of Srkr IST chapter today. And I must congratulate them that they have been doing this national symposium for the last 10 plus years, even during the pandemic time. And we should not forget in this context, the contribution and the commitment and the vision of our management. I have seen so many events in the recent past conducted by our various departments of the college, some going beyond the college to even national level, inviting participation at national level. So many events, strictly speaking, they may not necessarily be directly connected with the success of the institution per se, but they have a bigger vision. They have a vision for the region, the two districts, Godavari districts, the state and the neighboring states. So I must, and we all must actually convey our gratitude to them, as well as congratulate them and convey our best wishes to them for this wonderful vision. Many people may start with a great vision, but they do not necessarily stay true to that vision. But this college management has stayed true to that vision, and we must salute them for their wonderful commitment. So with these words, I would like to conclude and once again extend a very warm welcome to the two dignitaries today, Madhav Garu and Shashidhar Garu, and look forward to listening to them. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. I would like to invite N. Trivikram Prasad, who is the chairperson of Srkr IST, to speak a few words.
Respected dignitaries, my dear student friends, participants, organizers, campus ambassadors, and all gathered over here, a warm good morning to one and all. I am Nediganti Trivikram Prasad, final year mechanical student, current chairperson of Srkr IST. It's my pleasant privilege to speak a few words at this inauguration of NIPUNA'21, the national level techno management symposium. Firstly, I truly thankful for our respected principal sir, Dr. M. Jagapati Raju sir, respected faculty advisor, Professor P. Subbarao sir, and all the faculty members for the constant support as I evolved the best vision of myself by learning so much under your guidance. The Indian Society for Technical Education is a leading national professional non-profit making society for technical education system in our country, with the motto of career development and personality development of the students and overall development of technical education system. Srkr IST received Best Student Chapter Awards at IST National Convention in 2017 and 2018. Srkr IST hosts a national level techno management symposium called NIPUNA every year. This year, for the very first time, we are hosting in an online mode. Our theme is Chromancy, the mystic realm in the space. Coming to our events, Presentia, a PowerPoint presentation to debate your perception. Exporium, a combination of project and poster presentation to let your ideology speak. Mechanica, a mechanical core event to the crew. Code Combat, a computer science information technology technical event to battle your code. Structure, a civil technical event to create the concept. Electrolance, an electrical and electronics technical event. Mystica, this year it's our team event to land in your illusions. Oatsphere, a literature event to enrich English literature skills. Mystery Mansion, a management event to unravel mysteries. IPL Auction, a management event of cricket auctions. MindQuest, a mathematical event to set out your logics. Clickomania, a management event of a photography contest. Art Space, an artistic event to showcase colorful skills. This NIPUNA'21 suggests possibilities, opportunities, creativity, and colorfulness of youth. Today, you all got a chance to express yourself in a best spirit of friendly competitiveness. It's time to enjoy the splash of immune talent in a huge canvas that is spread out for you. I congratulate all the participants. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for your valuable words. Now I would like to call Miss N. Himaja from 344 CSC for the introduction of our guest of honor, Mr. D. Srkr Reddy garu.
Thank you, Ganesh. A rare few dynamic leaders make a meaningful difference in people's lives. Their impressive contributions validate the adage that there is only one way to succeed in anything, and that is with everything. Srkr deems it a privilege to welcome the guest of honor, Mr. Srkr Reddy, for the 16th edition of National Level Techno Management System. Sri Srkr garu, with deep passion, served as HR professional and holds an immense experience for 15 long years in IT and FMCG sectors. He has been with Infosys for 13 years, handling university relations for Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Goa, and Pan India technical hiring. He is highly skilled at creating a strong organization culture and enabling business results through accessing learning and development interventions and employee-related programs in alignment with organizations' strategic goals and business plan. The responsibilities he held include HR business and strategic partnership, university relations, talent management, performance management, competency mapping, leadership development, talent engagement and retention, training and development, cultural alignment, best practice analysis, and implementation of process and competence. Presently, he is the manager of employee relations at Infosys Limited, Hyderabad. He also worked for Uncold Pressured, a health and wellness startup based in Hyderabad for a brief period. It's an immense pleasure to have you on this program, sir. Now, we cordially invite our guest of honor, Mr. Srkr Reddy garu, to address the gathering.
Thank you, Himaja.
Srkr garu, before you speak, Murthy, I want to talk one word.
Sure, sir, sure.
Hello, all. I would like to remember you all. I joined this college. So I was thinking, I was basically a TCS college, but I was thinking how to get into along with TCS was not leaving any friends, adding friends. That's always my motto. It is Srkr Reddy garu and his team, Anusa ma'am. These two are the people for connecting our college to the Infosys. Though we made small numbers in the beginning, the 2019 passing out batch, but 2020 we improved a lot, and 2021 we made big numbers compared with entire AP Telangana. That in terms of even test, even in terms of digital profile also, almost like 57 students made it to digital in this region. And I'm sure, Srkr garu, you connect us, and I am promising we will be on giving you best of the talent from our place to the Infosys. And once again, thanks for accepting my invitation, and also my colleague Subbarao garu consistent persistence to keep guys MP team in our NIPUNA event. You made it possible. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Murthy, sir, thank you so much. The respected dignitaries, all the professors who are here, and Madhav, Talari, and all the students who have made this NIPUNA a virtual one. It's a different experience, right, from being an in-person event, virtual one. I'm sure you guys would have learned a lot. So a great work, guys, for putting this event together in a virtual one, and all the students who are joining across across all the other colleges to this event. I'm called here to speak about what does the industry expect the fresh graduates, and what is that the industry is looking to hire people. When I look at the amount of opportunity in different businesses verticals that are available right now, I really feel jealous of each and everybody who are studying right now in the colleges, because this was not the same scene when we were passing out, and I passed out in 2005, right? So from then to now, I mean, data is on your fingertips. The data is on your fingertips, and the amount of opportunities that the industries have, not just IT, every single industry, it's revolutionized with one move, which helps common man, right? Similarly, there are n number of entrepreneurs who have come from various walks of life, coming out with companies. Basically, what are startups? Startups are nothing but people who come out to solve a problem, right? See that there is a problem, there is an opportunity, there is a need for people. So that's where it all starts. So I would say that do not restrict yourself to a particular company or particular industry. Look at what is your interest and what is your strength. Based on that, you focus on what you want to be. There is only one person who can help you reach where you could go, that is you. You will have to put in your possible thoughts, whatever you want to do, put it into action. And earlier the learning was specific classroom learning, and out of interest people used to go out and read and all that, right? Now there is so much information available online. Earlier you used to spend certain time in going out to playing few sports, which I'm sure you guys will be missing it, because there is a lot of learning there, right? So while you are getting a lot of analytical knowledge in the classes, there are labs where you can go and express yourself. But events like this, Nipuna, right? This is where you get, it's so lovely to see so many different departments coming together, and including English literature also in this, right? I mean, this is tremendous, because I wouldn't. It was a surprise for me that, because when I first visited, I think some 7-8 years back, when I first visited Srkr college in that region, I was telling them, then the management that, there is one thing that they have to develop. The students have quality, no doubt about that. And like Srkr sir mentioned, this college is not just known in only Andhra Pradesh. This is known across India. A lot of recruiters talk about this college. There is definitely quality in there. One thing that you guys have to come out with, as kind of events definitely help get that, is confidence, right? Once you have that, I think you guys already have quality, top-notch professors teaching, grooming you guys, and alumnus like Madhav coming in and sharing their experiences, right? That helps you guys a lot. Not many colleges have this advantage, trust me when I say that. Today I'm not as Madhav, right? Today, when I want to go back to my college, I cannot go back to my college because my college is closed some 8-9 years back, right? So I don't have that opportunity, and I would want each of you guys, and so are the many other colleges who doesn't have this, opportunity, that people coming and giving you a lot of guidance, help, and a department, like training and placement cell, making sure that they out to as many companies as possible and come to you and give you opportunity. And all you'll have to do is grab them with both hands with your preparation. It doesn't matter which field you want to get into. It doesn't matter, what is the kind of skill set you have. Focus on that particular skill set, strength, and when you have that opportunity coming at your step, give all out, right? There are certain things that you might want to on or brush up some skills, and those could be, your communications, the confidence that you have, a lot of stuff. It's that fear of, what if I do a mistake? It's fine. It's absolutely fine to do mistakes, right? And when you do a mistake, own it. That's absolutely fine. And do not try to, in the interviews also, right? I've seen so many people to fake who they are not. I would always recommend people to be who they are, right? Trying to impersonate somebody, you would always be in that, stress, because that's not you. I would recommend you guys to be yourself. Do as many practical things as possible. Learn. If you want to go into a particular field, there are a lot of courses available. You have amazing professors. I would recommend you to reach out to them, reach out to a lot of online sources, learn as much as possible, because that is the advantage for your generation. Is so much is available wherever you want. You can sit. All you need is a mobile phone and network, and then you will have so much to learn, right? Now, one thing I would say is, do not get into your courses for certificate. That please do not do that. Even if a course is not giving a certificate, the content is amazing, go for it, right? Do not do courses just for the sake of certificate. Do course to learn something from it. In interviews also, in a lot of companies, I'm just not talking about here about what this is looking from a person, right? I am representing all the companies. We interact and we see what is that the people should showcase now. From here to now, a lot of things have changed. Now, earlier we used to only look at analytical communication, right? The focus was more there. Slowly what has happened is technical expectation has come in, right? Very basic technical expectation. Now what's happening is that technical expectation is going little higher. Now, if you want to do good at getting into an IT industry, for example, right? You cannot be just confined to your own branch. You will have to explore out if you are looking for IT. But if you are, for example, let's say a mechanical student, there are amazing opportunities even there. But one thing you should never compare is that if you want to get into an IT space, great, no problem. But there are a lot of opportunities even in the mechanical side also. But the thing is, what I've observed earlier from now is they compare the lifestyles of a person who is in the mechanical industry to the person in the IT industry, which is not at all fair, right? It's not, the two branches and mechanical are not same. The work environment also will be different, right? I know for the fact there are some people, I remember telling in the interviews that I like their honesty though, saying if I don't want to get into, the person was a civil engineer, and the response was that I don't want to be applying for infra companies because I'll have to be outside in the sun and working, whereas I prefer sitting in an AC room and working, right? So any branch that you are looking to work from, you will have to be ready with whatever company you're applying for and why you're applying for. If you're up for being a civil or a mechanical or an ECE person applying for an IT company, make sure you have skill set to showcase. While the companies might expect very basic of your branch, but I'll also recommend you to learn something little more than what you have in the classroom, right? And try to participate in competitions like these where you get a lot of exposure. Forget about winning, right? But look at experience that you get in participating in these kind of events. The kind of exposure, the kind of people you meet, the kind of ideas you get to see of people who are presenting. These are the things which give you an additional experience which you might not gain in a classroom or theoretical knowledge. These are the things which will help you excel well in the interviews. These things add weightage to your resume. It's participation, organizing these events, and being present in that event and presenting the work that you have done, or the understanding that you gained from events like this, right? This definitely helps people in progressing in their careers. Chances today you might be thinking that, today I want to go 2-3 years down the line, this is what I want to do. Trust me, based on your varied experiences, you would completely change your mind, and chances are you would be doing something completely different. I am sure you would agree that in your 12th, you are thinking that you would be a certain person when you are graduating. Chances are, based on our experiences, based on our thoughts, that idea would have changed. Similarly, that's what's going to happen. If you think that you want to become a particular person, and if you are going in that direction and do everything possible, definitely you will become that person, but you will have to put in everything, giving you 100%. So all I'm trying to say here is there are plenty of opportunities outside. There are plenty of opportunities. The question is, do you have that skill? What that opportunities are asking you for, right? If a company is visiting your campus, you would know in advance that what are the 1, 2, 3 things that number of rounds, what is there in each round, right? Make sure that you know in advance and start preparing, and don't wait for the confirmation to come that this company is coming, only then I'll start my preparation. No, if you are entering your 3rd year, I think your preparation should start then. It could be I would say speaking in English should start in the 1st year, but it's okay. We'll give 1st year as a time when you are trying to adjust in the college campus and all that. Or 2nd year is when you should start, into the group. I'm not saying that, you should not speak in other language. I'm saying that when you speak in English, it can be even 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day, expecting you to speak, all your conversation in English, right? And then another thing is, when you get into your 3rd year, you'll have to see that, what is that you want to look at doing in from this branch. So focus on that. Now, when you reach to your, I think 3rd year, 1st and 2nd sem, have your campuses business. Then what you'll have to do is, okay, this company, if these companies have come this year, thinking that they might come, what are their first rounds, and where am I in those? What is my strength in those rounds? Now, what is my weak spot in those rounds? So I need to focus more there. So that is how you need to prepare yourself. Like the way you prepare for your academics, right? I mean, if the exam is in a week's time, chances are, I don't know, guys do 20/20 batting, right? 1 day before or 2 days before, where you guys plan which subjects to prepare. You will have planning of, okay, 1st chapter, 2nd chapter, 3rd chapter. 1st chapter, this marks will come. So my focus will be on 1st chapter, and then the 4th chapter, because the next highest marks comes from this chapter. This is the kind of planning you do for your preparation. The same kind of planning you should do for your placement when this placement company is coming in, right? What you should do and how you should do. I know for the fact that all of you know what to do. It's only the matter of doing it. That's the only thing. Because you guys come from a prestigious college and you have everything. You have everything. Amazing professors, amazing guidance from your alumni, and a great team of people in your training and placement team who are very much capable bringing in all the possible companies to your college. So all you'll have to do is doing or preparing and putting your best foot forward. So I think this is my shortest address. So far, otherwise, my usual address should be 1 hour, and it's difficult to confine it into the 10-15 minutes to sticking to the time. Considering that there is timing constraint, I would end here. And in case if you have any questions, ask me and all. I'm there on LinkedIn. Please reach out to me, and there might be a time lag for me to respond to you. Please think that I'm busy with something, but rest assured I'll respond to you in maximum 24 hours. Thank you guys, and all the best to the team Nipuna. I'm sure already been 16 years. I'm sure this will go long. And some of students who are part of this Nipuna this year, look back and contributing 6-7 years down the line or 10 years down the line, like the way Madhav is doing right now. All the best. Do well.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. I would
Thank
like
you,
to call
sir.
Ms.
Thank
N.
you.
Himaja from 3x4 CSC for the introduction of our chief guest, Sri Madhav Talari garu.
Thank you, Ganesh. Madhav Talari, MTech MBA, studied BE Electronics and Communications in Srkr Engineering College. Completed MTech from Andhra University and MBA from Virginia Commonwealth University. Initially worked as lecturer in Srkr Engineering College and Tata Consultancy Services in India before moving to US in 1997. He has over 25 years of experience in the banking software industry, currently working as Executive Director and Chief Enterprise Architect for NCR, a multinational software product. NCR has 130 plus years of serving customers with a team of more than 35,000 people working with 160 countries around the world. NCR was recently named a top financial technology provider in 2020 IDC FinTech ranking. Leads well diversified and talented global teams across USA, Canada, UK, and India. Lives in Richmond, Virginia. Now, we cordially invite our chief guest, Mr. Madhav Talari Garu, to address the gathering.
Thank you, Himaja. And Srkr Garu, it was a very inspiring speech. Yes, I am from Telugu state. I can speak Telugu, understand, and I'm speaking from Richmond, Virginia. So there are Sri Brahmaraju Garu and Sri Murthy Garu, Dean. And even though our secretary and correspondent Garu is not with us, and our principal Garu not with us, and the governing body member Srkr Nishant Verma Garu is not with us, but I hope their spirits are with you guys to make this event as successful. As most of you probably know, by now Srkr alumni, part of it, and Professor P. Subbarao Garu, he was my guru, and when I studied, I learned my ABCDs in computer programming from him. He was my first year programming teacher. And a good advice by guest of honor, Sri Shashidhar Reddy Garu, that was nice. And I see the chapter leaders well diversified with young men and young women. It's very nice to see that mix, and the students are becoming leaders in Srkr under the umbrella of Srkr. That's already awesome job there. So very good morning and welcome. And it's my honor to be part of this event. And I thank Professor P. Subbarao Garu and Principal Garu for giving me this opportunity today. So NIPUNA'21, and I am going to take us through my personal story. There are a couple of reasons why I want to take it. First of all, doing a presentation to a wider audience, a story sticks very well. So that is the first thing from soft skills wise you need to understand. And then second thing, it becomes, I have few examples, so you can connect to my later part of presentation very well. I'm not saying this because I'm proud where I was. I'm saying it because storytelling is a well-connected presentation. Okay, so I want to take you all back to my school days, where I was from Gudivada, Andhra Pradesh, and I studied in Vishwavarthi school, and most of my passion was around mathematics and physics, where there is a logic and rational. I wanted to be part of that. So that kind of drove me towards engineering, not medicine side. So we all, when we started, it was like two things. Do you want to become a doctor or do you want to become an engineer? My family background, hopefully it helps in the story. My parents and grandparents are not so well educated, and they want me to be well educated for future generations. That's their wish. And the next thing is they were in the transportation business. The income to the family is seasonal, right? Ups and downs and ups and downs. And they gave me guidance saying that you need to get into a job, get a consistent income for your family. And my beloved grandfather told me, shy away from any jobs that are prone to corruption. Move far away from it. So that is a moral character that I got from my parents and grandparents, and choosing electronics engineering at that time was the right thing after talking to my teachers at that time, who are only my guides, because I don't have a big brother, big sister, or a parent who is very well educated who can guide me. So after going through the MSET ranking and all, I was the third ranker in Srkr batch 1985. When I joined, it was a single PC, the first PC of the college was there. So we were like so excited, so proud of looking at that computer at that time. During my college days, my studies went very well, and the first year was awesome, right? So I was rocking. However, second year, third year, there were some setbacks. Part of it is financial troubles that we incurred. A simple mistake from my father or grandfather, they did not pay the insurance for the trucks or the lorries, and they met with accident, and that went the situation, financial situation, from top to the down. So I got to take a student loan to pay for my fees during my college days. How much it was? 5,000 rupees. I only got 3,000 rupees from the bank, and I have to get remaining from other loans. So that was the condition. So this was the situation or circumstances I was living with, and I cannot stay there. I got introduced into 2 good books by a friend, my classmate. I'm going to share those books later. But those books drove me out of get rid of the past and forget about the future. Focus on what you can do. And what I can do is study very well. And my next stop was getting into GATE, so I can get some stipend to pay for my college in masters. I was the 4th person in percentile GATE, and our team rocked the Srkr batch at that time. We had like 99 percentile, 99.5 percentile, 96, 95, and I was at 90. Very happy. I was very happy at that time. So my next goal, what I can do, I somehow, even though I was lived in surrounding places, Krishna district, and then moved to West Godavari district. This is a very nice and beautiful campus. It feels like a Gurukul nowadays, with all the coconut trees and the wonderful professors and whatnot, right? But somehow my body is not able to take up the heat. That's how I was. So my main motivation, you guys may laugh, was getting into a AC room to do the jobs, right? What can I do? If I can learn computer science, I can sit inside the AC rooms. That was my primary motivation. And of course, the secondary motivation was definitely my gurus, Professor P. Subbarao Garu, G.V. Padmaraj Garu, and at that time, the HOD, Professor P.S. Raj Garu. they were like my motivators. They guided me into take the computer science engineering. After taking the computer science engineering, after studying my master's, and I wanted to go back to industry. So there were like not many people to follow through. We have to struggle to get those first jobs because we were the first teams at that time. So at the time, we hit some other problems in the family. Grandparents died, and I have to create some income for the family. My father is the only person feeding the entire family. So I joined as a lecturer immediately to take care of that situation. And I spent a couple of years over there. During that time, my priorities changed. I need to get a good life partner. So I worked with my parents very closely, told my requirements, what I want, and by God's grace, I got a great life partner who has pushed me towards my potential back again after I lost my support system with my grandparents gone. Back to that, and now go to industry at the time. So like Srkr Reddy Garu says, so you need to have these things or those things, right? So at that time, my situation was I learned C language, but people were asking C++, object-oriented programming versus structured programming. And I did not do any hands-on with any kind of presentation layers or the database at that time. There were no softwares that you can get and download on your laptop today using open source. There is no concept of open source. It's all closed source or commercial software. So I had to go to Chennai to upgrade myself to greater skills. So took the training and did some projects, and I got my job in TCS, Tata Consulting Services, Chennai. And that was the starting point for me. And I never looked back afterwards, and moved to United States in '97. I live in Richmond, Virginia. I worked at Capital One for more than 21 years before joining NCR. My main goal at that point was I need to give my next generation a stable environment and make sure that there is no financial issue for them. And during this period, we have like a 2000 dot-com burst, like many people lost their jobs. 2009 financial crisis, many people lost their jobs. All my focus was keep job security and keep my family out of the financial troubles. Get green card, stick with a company, and do your best job. So I focused on my technical skills. And then I realized that everything is done. Now I should be able to pay for my daughter's tuition fees without taking any student loan. Very good from financial perspective, at least comfortably, if not rich, right? And then now what is next? My daughter is in college, and I need to focus back on my skills. So the things that I have learned during this process, I'm going to share the screen if I can. Let me try. Okay, there you go. So as forgot the complete name, Srkr Garu, right? So as he mentioned, the college has attracted the talent. I don't know whether you still realize it is probably implicit, but I want to say it explicit. My professors at the time in 1985, they are still serving the college, many of them. Some of them retired out of the college. What a privilege. What it means is the college management, college administration has that kind of a leadership to inspire the people and get their potential. And the best college, the mission, the Srkr engineering college, how it started, they don't want to make money, but they want to provide a very quality education for the students, as well said earlier. And that shows up, right? So there is an integrity part. What they say is what they do. And Srkr Engineering College was such a lucky opportunity for me to be part of it during my college days. So your technical skills, I have no doubt about it, right? You all will excel on that part. What you need to learn is these soft skills. Let me do one more. Yeah, the soft skills, and this is what gets you the successful life, right? And I'm going to focus on that. And if you want the technical skills, maybe we can have a separate session at a later point. But let me get you what you are not learning or what you need to focus more if you are learning as well. I'm going to give you some tools during this process, and one of which is this kind of a 2x2 matrix with a y-axis and x-axis. And these are not math charts, but fun charts to follow through. What kind of outcomes that we want? If you see yourself win or lose, and your teammate or partner win or lose dimensions, do you want to get into lose and lose? This is mostly in movies. You get a lot of jokes around this, right? మనం బాగుపడకపోయినా పక్కనోడు బాగుపడకూడదు అనే సైకాలజీ మంది అని చెప్పేసి మీరు వినే ఉంటారు. But this is not the situation where people who wants to successful to be in, right? So win, I want to win, but others needs to lose. It is a sports mentality, always only one winner, but the rest of the people are losers, right? That's okay. It brings the best from everybody, but the losers doesn't get anything out of this process. They get sometimes negative vibes of this exercise. So you want to lose for others to make others to win. This probably is okay at times, but you also need to look for win-win scenario. This is an opportunity. There is not single winner in real life. It is all teamwork. You work with a lot of team members. You can win, your team can win, your teammate can win. There is a lot of potential to make this happen. So always look for win-win scenarios, not like I want to go ahead of that guy, or I want to go ahead of this girl. That does not work out. So observe the complementary skills and then see how you both can win, how you can team up with your classmate or your colleague when you go to the industry. So that's where the synergistic opportunities comes in. And in real world, you are forced to do this. You will be rewarded for doing these type of activities, not win-lose or lose-lose or lose-win. Win-win is the opportunity for you, and you will get rewards to move forward. So in order to do that, you need to build the right relationships and teamwork, right? So use the LinkedIn inside and outside of the company. Connect with your friends and their friends and alumni relationships, and attend the social events and meet the people, have the face-to-face meetings if possible after this COVID is done, right? And don't talk about work when you meet with the people. Don't talk about studies when you meet with the people alone, right? So there is an opportunity to learn many other things other than what you are currently focused on. So understand the person much better, see what kind of potential you see in them, how you can encourage with them. So next thing is, you need to create these connections early and often, right? So don't wait for when you need help and try to make the connection. It may not work out, right? So if you know the person already, you need some help, it's all the way beneficial to get to that person and say, hey, can you do this for me? And they are more than happy to do that, even though they are bombarded with so many other things at them. And diversified, this is a global area, and you will be working with companies that not only deal with the local workforce, but global workforce. So simple mantra, right? So human being is human being. You need to treat everyone with utmost respect, right? And obviously in Srkr engineering college, and if students are outside, probably they are also getting it. But what I observed is very humble, very respectful, irrespective of the status. All the professors, all the teaching, non-teaching staff in Srkr, there is a culture that many organizations have to follow that's there in Srkr. And it is the best school, and also going to be the best school. So because of all the association of the professors, people having their entire career associated with the company, school, great school. So the last bullet is be inclusive and don't wait for others to make the move, right? So you always, when you are dealing with the diversified teams, don't wait for others to come and then give you the handshake and then you get introduced. Be outgoing, particularly in the work-related settings. Talk to the people and make sure that you go fast and then make the connections. The next thing is communication, right? Communication is not a very solid English that you are going to put it in there. It's a very simple thing. It can be a verbal, it can be a non-verbal, but there are few things that you need to understand to make the communication effective, right? So understand your audience. You cannot give like 100-page documentation to a senior executive saying that, here you go, I'm a very smart guy, this is my thesis. You cannot do that, right? When you go to the senior executive, you have an elevator speech. Probably have 1 or 2 minutes to get to that person's attention, right? So you need to cater your communication to different audience. You need to tell the stories because stories stick to the people even after your interaction is done. You need to listen to what other people want so you can have your communication relevant for them, rather than trying to force whatever you want to from your side, right? Keep informed, not just, I see people, many people that I interact with, particularly coming from our cultures, they're very shy. They take the task and they go to their own closet, and there is no communication at all. And it takes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and sometimes they are done with the work, sometimes they are not done with the work. So it's not the way how the world operates. You need to be there every day and tell what I have done yesterday, what I will be doing today, and what happened, and why you did not complete certain things. That is the agile methodology that people work in. So we need to be more proactively informing people. If there is a problem, don't hide the problem. Tell them that there is a problem and say that you are solving that problem. And make the communication timely, right? So don't give after 2 weeks or beyond the delivery date. So time it and make sure the messages are received. Sometimes you have done your job, but the other person is very busy, not looking at out of all the 500, 600 emails that they have got. Your email is somewhere there, but they haven't looked into. Have a separate out-of-bound channel, like face-to-face meeting or face-to-face thing, or making a phone call instead of sending an email. Make sure that your important message has reached and they are satisfied with that. Have that handshake, right? That is very important. And practice for an effective communication. One other thing that I want to leave here is it's when you are going to the meeting, particularly in the work setting, it's you try to achieve a final decision or an outcome, but you have to do all your homework even before the meeting. You need to build the consensus. You need to meet with the right people. You need to make your product much better by taking the feedback early on. So when you are in front of the audience, then you look good by saying that I have done my homework, I met with the people, I know who are the decision makers, and then it will be very productive and effective. Particularly when you are in front of everybody, if everybody understands that you have done this kind of work, it goes very well. And if we don't do that, it doesn't go very well. So that's going to impact, and you will be carrying a baggage of negativity in others' minds without you knowing. So understand these subtle things that you need to go after. So there are like many leadership things that Jeevasagar Garu has mentioned. There is a Srkr starting management and administration teams. They have this great integrity, right? What they said was what they did and doing, right? This is what exactly a leader presents, and then that is inspiring, that inspires other people to follow the leader. That the work that you guys are doing for this NIPUNA'21, all the teams, I congratulate all the teams. You are not simply studying for your grades. You are taking that extra step to show your leadership. And during this process, you learn a lot, and you can differentiate yourself, like Srkr Garu mentioned. You can differentiate yourself like anything other than a normal academically excel guy, right? So take that leadership angle. Be a change agent. Take from here to there, how to get there, how to improve NIPUNA to the next level than what it was, as an example. And not simply do things for yourself, but mentor, right? Try to bring a community around with you, right? Your friends and their friends, what you can do, how you can help with them. That way you can also bring the high performing members towards you. So it's easy for you to form the teams, and if any issues, you can talk to simply and say, hey, let's resolve this problem, and they will do the resolution for you. And leadership is like, it's not an authority or a management, right? You are talking to your associate who is reporting to you is a different story, but leadership is not like management. Trust is the utmost important key, and influencing without authority is very important. We call it as influence currencies. So it's basically give and take, right? If I take more and more, and I am in debt to other person, if I give more and more, I have my credit balance. So I can go to that person and then ask him for a more favor, right? And be resourceful when you are doing your work. You have to make sure that you don't waste other people's time, right? So you can Google certain things and you can learn things. Don't waste other people's time, and help others, but don't feed feed them and make them lazy. So this is another tool that I want you to take away. The Navy SEALs. I don't know whether you guys are learning about these things or not, but this is a very good tool. Navy SEALs, United States Naval Force, and they normally go for manhunting or any kind of a high demanding job by President of United States. And it happened in Afghanistan. This Navy SEALs team went there. Hopefully you guys have seen the movie 0.30 or something. Basically what they have been, why they are building this high performance, what's in there. Simon Sinek is a leadership guide and coach. He brought this up in one of his sessions. Again, performance is y-axis, trust is x-axis. Low and high are the two values. If a person has a low performance and low trust, they are not going to be a leader. How about a person with a high performance but a low trust? That is also not a good leader to follow. He is the toxic leader. for the company, even though he is high performer, but low trust is underscored. A low performance guy with a high trust, this is a person much better than a high performance guy and low trust, right? And then this is the person we can depend on. The high performance and high trust is the leader you need to follow. So when you go into the workforce, you need to observe this type of skill set, and you need to develop what you want to be, like high performance, high trust, high personal integrity. That is mostly important, bottom line. Even if you think that people are not observing, people always observe, right? So you spend most of your time during the daytime, mostly at work. It's like a family, and people know each other very well. People know what your intent and motivations are. You can only go so far by closing your eyes, but it is not advisable to go into the left-hand side things and always go into the right hand and green things as a leader to follow. And this is another great tool. You will be bombarded with so many things in your life and so many tasks that you need to go through. This time, y-axis is importance, x-axis is urgency level. So not important, not urgent, discard. Don't even attend to those kind of tasks, right? So it is no-brainer. But if it is not important, but it is an urgent thing, you probably need to delegate it to somebody else. So you can focus only on the important, the top boxes that I'm going to lay down. So it is important and it is not urgent. So this is the place where you have to do that thing at a later point, not now. You need to plan for it, schedule it, and make sure that you will come back to it. Important and urgent, these are the things that you should be doing, right? So this is a great tool if you put yourself into this kind of tools, which leader I'm following. Do I want a win-win scenario? Do I want to take this task now or later, or don't do it at all? So these are all the nice tools to go from. To sum it up, this all is coming from 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey book. Hopefully some of you have read. If not, this is the life-changing book. I would greatly recommend this. So we talked about taking the proactive action. In my situation has worsened because of several things, but I had to take an action to control my destiny. Begin and end with mind. I have certain vision where I need to go to, how to keep my family and the next generation, and I need to execute. I don't want to still live in my dreams, right? And 80% of vision is correct to Shashidhar Garu point. You don't have to know 100%. Your vision might shift left and right a little bit, but you have 80% of it grained in your brain that you need to go after. And definitely take action to execute the parts to get there. Put first things first. Always work on the important, urgent, and non-urgent things at a later point. Think always win-win scenarios. This will help a lot. And active listening, empathetic listening. Don't try to go for help or give your help. Understand what they want. Sometimes they don't need any help. Yeah, they just need you to be a soundboard. You need to understand that and then work on that. Synergize. So having the team culture, teamwork culture. Individually, you can do so much, but if you have complementary skills, diversified skills, and they are all part of the same team, then the performance of the team is a lot more than as a whole than individual performance. That's why people, when they form the teams, they don't form the similar mind people together. So different ethnicity, different cultures, and color of the skin, everything, right? So people deliberately in the corporations, they are bringing people together that are diversified and then make them work together to get a greater performance out of that. And continuous learning and improving This is the book that I have been talking about. Hopefully you will realize some of my story points are kind of highlighted in this book as well. Rather than I connected the book things to my story. So it's the other way around. So the thing to take away for you, right? Be resilient, right? So life is not simple, right? There is a real world you need to adjust from college, and that adjustment requires you need to be very strong and very courageous, and you can do it because of the education that you have it, right? So have a goal and purpose in your life, learn continuously, right? So C language does not get me, I have to go to C++, I learn myself. I have to take the training because I don't have access to the information, so I did that. And create your support system, right? So you have to, I don't know whether you learned or read this book or not, How to Win Friends is very important, right? So you need to deliberately make those connections and be relevant, right? Even though you are not having or managing the people, people should come to you because they are inspired by your leadership skills, and that actually gets you much more better in your life, successful life, very sooner than having purely technical skills in your life. And obviously stop worrying and start living. I don't know how many people have read this book. This is what I was talking about that changed my life, right? So I need to focus on the current situation, what I can do now, not in the past, not in the future. And there are plenty of examples that gets you. Like a ball, problems comes, we need to bounce back. Be resilient is the key word and key takeaway from here. There is a ton of material. Brené Brown, who is a great researcher, renowned speaker, and brenebrown.com has a website where you can go to. It's like vulnerability, the power of vulnerability. There are shameful situations everyone in our lives will come across that will question us whether we can do it or not, are we worth or not. But at the same time, that is the place where you get focus and understand why I got this shame, what am I doing it wrong, get the energy, positive energy from there. You can only go positive, up and up, because if the shame brings people down, there is only way is to go up, right? So be positive, don't go into the negative direction, be positive. There will always be the help, and get ready for the real world. So with that said, don't forget to have fun, always have a good luck. Hopefully you will have a good takeaways from here. Sorry if I took a little bit more time. Thank you for the opportunity here, and my guru, Professor P. Subbarao Garu, and all the IST chapter leaders, student leaders. Appreciated you listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It is indeed very helpful. And thank you for your valuable words, sir. And
Ganesh,
I would like to call
Ganesh.
Mr. P. Abhiram from 3x4 Mechanica for the vote of thanks.
Okay, one
Yes, sir.
minute, Abhi, 1 minute. I'm very much thankful to Madhav Garu for your wonderful message to our students. And I am also thankful to Srkr Reddy Garu and J.O. Sagar Garu for your valuable presence during this inaugural. Thank you, sir. And Abhi will continue.
Thank you, Andy.
Now I would like to call Mr. P. Abhiram from 3x4 Mechanica for the vote of thanks.
Hello, good morning everyone. I am Abhiram from 3x4 Mechanical, currently working as managing body of Srkr Iste. Thank you for your patience and time you have shown us here. Additionally, I would like to thank our chief guests for spending their valuable time and making us event a success. And finally, I would like to thank my team for organizing this event and making it a grand success. And once again, I'm thanking everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Madhav Garu. Very beautifully explained and
Nice
communicated.
meeting you, sir.
Pleasure listening
Thank
to you.
you. Nice meeting
Yeah.
you.
Much
Yeah,
more
hopefully
knowledgeable.
I was afraid of falling asleep. It's early hours, but somehow I'm excited with all the inspiration here. Thank you.
Much appreciated. Pleasure listening to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you.
Good day, sir.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
You can leave, sir.
Thank you all of you for being in this meet and spending your valuable time. We wish you all very best for all your events and hope you all participate in all the events successfully. And if you have any queries, please reach out to us. We'll be addressing your queries. All the participants can leave this meet right now and can participate in your respective events.
To all the participants, the events will be started now after ending this meet. All of you, we added to groups, right? You will get notifications there. And if any one of you didn't add into any group, contact your event coordinator. The number is given on the poster. Now we are ending this meet. Thank you for your attendance and participation.